Happy Tuesday, Haley. So, as you are aware, today is a day of remembrance for the fallen and the victims who were affected by the terrorist attack of 9/11. So we thought to talk about this briefly. I would tell you my story about where I was. I had lost a tooth the day before. It was a tradition that the tooth fairy, at least mine anyways, would bring me gold dollar coins like this. And so I woke up on 9/11 very cheerful and excited when I pulled up my pillow and I saw that the tooth fairy had come. I ran into my mom's room, but I was stopped, kind of paralyzed in the doorway. Now my mom was always one, and she even still is, to run around going crazy in the morning making sure that she has everything. So it was a surprise to me when I was in her doorway and I saw that my always running around mom had stopped and she was sitting still on her bed looking up at the television. What I hadn't realized at the time was that the moment that I ran into her room was just seconds before the second tower had fell. Now, I didn't understand what was going on at all. I originally thought that my mom was watching a movie, but I couldn't understand why, because I knew that my mom always watched the news in the morning unless I had convinced her to watch cartoons with me. But here was this unbelievable sight that was on the TV, and at the time I just didn't understand what I was seeing. It wasn't until after school that I went to my babysitter's house and realized that the towers weren't the only ones that were attacked. And despite my young age, I was connected with, I think, everybody in the country and probably the world as well, and wondering why. Why was this happening? So that is my small 9/11 experience. To all of the victims and the service workers and the families that were affected by this tragedy, my prayers go out to you. So, Haley, your question about what I wish was different about myself. My answer is going to start off with a quote from one of our favorite authors, J.K. Rowling, and it's from Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, when she writes, "You care so much you feel as though you will bleed to death with the pain of it." Haley, you know I am incredibly sensitive to emotions, and this has become a problem for me from when I was younger, since it means that I can get worked up over the smallest of things. For example, I can cry just as easily about a sunny fall day as I am about the naturally reminiscing look that an elderly man gives a rambunctious child who's telling its mother about the craziest story. You know, on a day like this, I can look back, and even though I want to kind of wrap myself in the emotions of loss and love and to comfort the families that are affected today, you know, I also want to go to my nearest park and, you know, twirl around in the shade of a tree and breathe deeply to cherish the life that I do have. I may not have been directly impacted by the events that occurred today, but I've had my fair share of disasters, which has led me to appreciate the life that I do have and to try to make the most out of it. And even though caring too much was kind of an issue when I was younger, and oftentimes even now, on bad days, it's something that I do want to change about myself, I think that it's also one of my biggest strengths. My question for your video on Saturday is, what were some of your most embarrassing moments from elementary, middle, and high school? And since I'm including all three, you get 30 seconds to answer that question, but no more, so make it quick. Also, I totally forgot to mention this in my last video, but to reassure Kate and Caitlin, who are two of our wonderful viewers, I wanted to let you all know that Haley and I aren't the only ones who can request adventures for each other. So, viewers, if you have adventure suggestions for the two of us, feel free to just leave them in the comments and we will add them to the list and hopefully accomplish them as soon as possible. Haley, I will see your video on Saturday and I will see you on Sunday. So until then, I hope that you're having a great day and I will talk to you soon. Bye!